glorious and a wonderful day from the land where the right of the people matters a lot, from the land where civil rights is being practiced to its fullest, irrespective. I bring you good tidings to all our brethren in suffering, all our patriots all over the world. God Almighty bless you all richly. Please, it's a little bit windy here, but I guess we can hear my voice. Please, if you have not shared our broadcast before, just kindly share this very one. There is something I want to quickly play to all before we treat one or two of the headings that you are seeing there. Please just share. Every one of us wants a better Nigeria. Nobody should be castigated. You that went to go and vote, that is what you feel that can settle it. The one that's also shouting, let's divide the nation, that's what they feel that can also make everybody to be okay. But it's that time every one of us begin to understand each other, so that we don't start fighting ourselves. Stop using things, sentiment to do anything. Now there's an audio I will be playing to us. Before that very audio, the audio came out yesterday. One of the people that were working for the INEC in charge of the beavers, uploading the result and all of all that. So you are going to be astonished what you are about to hear. You are going to be astonished. For most of you that follow me right from the one, I told you to be frank and sincere. Obi have won the election. But they inside. Why? Because of what I know. Because I understand the system more than every other person. Because I know these very people, their mind towards particularly so many things that is coming out from the West. But most of us, we are overexcited. That's why anytime we somebody try to speak the truth, and maybe that thing is a little bit negative in your ear. It's not everything you faith. There are things faith cannot just do lie. It has to happen the way it ought to happen. Then from there, we take it and, do the needful. So that's why it is very, very imperative that we as a people, we know our problem and begin to tackle it. You can best solve some problem if you know the root of the problem. If by now, so many of us, we want to trust Nigeria, that what they have not done before, they want to do it now. To God be the glory. Me, I don't want it to be work. I want it to be what the people that agitate for their freedom, let them get their freedom so that there will be peace. I want everybody just get peace. Everybody life will just good. Even the outside they've driven away, the Fulani have driven away from their land too. They will also leave those states and go back to the north. Most of the outside people you are seeing today, they were driven out from their land by the same system. There are most outside that is not enjoying. More outside, they suffer more than you. That's why you see killing also in Katsina. Right now, they know they see outside not get voice and Fulani, everything and Fulani. So please, if you are watching, just share. We have to keep on speaking the undiluted truth. Because these people, to the audio with me here, they started manipulating the result already. To the audio with me here, one of the officials, allegedly, because it's not everything you see on media that is true. But based on I trust Nigeria, I know what they are capable of doing. I can best tell you what this guy said here is 100% true. You could see the guy lamenting. I'll leave by CPN today and the result will be out. But let me just allege this very one. I pray that our decisions make us happy today. That's my prayers. I pray that our decisions make us happy. But what about if it does not make us happy? What we are supposed to do? Then all what I've been telling you since comes in. Every one of you should be wearing your coat. Look for a neighboring native doctor, go and mark Cutlass medicine. Because that's the only way you can fix Nigeria. If they hand over it to the person you never voted for, and you kept quiet, every one of you, I know you are obedient. I've said it right from the one. When we started talking about it, I think I'm one of the first person who bring out from the book of Isaiah chapter 1, verse 29. If you are willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of the land. So that's that. But the thing is, the same struggle that our brothers embark on today, the Biafrans, the same struggle you, Nigeria, need to also embark on if they did not give it to you. That is to say, you have been over-marginalized. So I'm going to repeat this audio several times. As I play it from the beginning, I'm going to play it in the middle. I'm still alleging. So you are not the one to combat the dot and cut the results. Whether they are lying upon the INEC, or INEC have not been doing it before, or have these people really been trusted? The leader they have been giving to us, is it the kind of leader we really voted for? I know all of you wanted Buhari, but the second tenure, I can say 60% of Nigeria never wanted Buhari, but they force it into your throat and give it back to you. Say, you must finish on 8 years, you must complete. But this time around, Nana, most of you does not want anything, you don't have anything to do with APC or PDP. You intend to choose a different choice, hoping that that is what is going to favor you. Why the Biafrans also say no election in their land. All of you are seriously correct. But one thing I'm annoyed of, don't say your decision is the best, then you are unleashing on people that want to divide themselves. At the end of the day, you might also be reading the same lamentation these people are reading. I pray that we don't share tears today. That is my prayer. And that is what bothers me most. Because I know what have happened in foreign countries. The election of France, Emmanuel Macron was not supposed to win the election. There are a lot of things I don't really talk about it that much because people don't just want to understand it. How can somebody that have an agenda that is to kill everybody, then the same person see won an election? Now, why did they even leave him there? Clean up your mess. We are coming later. You know, so let's play this very audio together. Let's listen. Just listen. Let me start again.
No, it's not even about this.
Listen and share.
This is a height of deceit I've ever seen that INEC has done. Forget, they told us that Beavers, I was directly in charge of the Beavers. I wanted to just be at the courtroom to see the end of this thing, all this thing that they're making out and doing it. Let me see how this election works. Because me, I know this country, they manipulate it. They will manipulate it. Trying to transmit results. Since yesterday, as the result is coming in, we try to transmit, but they just shut down network. We cannot do anything. We can't even export the number of accredited voters. I can't even do anything. See, like maybe around 11 p.m. or so, that last night before they now say, okay, that if the system is not going offline, that's even after they went from the result from the field, they went and still manipulated at the INEC this RAS center.
Are they from the press?
All those results, all those things that will be won. I have all the results that I can forward to you, but we did not win anything again. I'm telling you. So forget. I'm done with this country. The only thing that's left just.
This is somebody lamenting. He was one of the INEC officials. That all these things you were seeing, you were counting in the bullish centers. I know they may want to leave one or two. You know, when we talk about these people, they ran the election. I used to say you were very sure of it that you won. This was why 2020 election. America, we know that they have a mechanism. As soon as we are voting, is counting. Donald Trump had already known, he knows he won the election. That was why he came out and said he won in a landslide. But some alien said he was lying. So we don't pray that when other people are having calamities or when they are shouting, always try and listen to them. Don't let you sentiment. Now, to what this guy is saying right now, I see sense in it, that's why I'm playing it. But despite I'm playing it, let me see allege first. Anything can still happen. They can still want to add their thing. We know agenda way there. Our own is to make sure we get a better country. Either we are to divide it, some people will cut off them, the rest people can't get sense. But the most important is that we arrive at a reasonable conclusion of a better country. Now, he said the old places that people were counting, say right now, they told him to be a part of people that go to collect the results. and begin to change. He say no go change. Listen to the guy.
I'm done with this country. The only thing that is left just to divide this country, that's all. But if to say you are fighting for a better Nigeria, I don't see, this is the height of it. I can't, honestly. If to person see when I to travel out, or maybe they divide the country, that's all. But if to say have confidence or say this thing for this country, lie. Then after they finish manipulating, they now ask us to transmit manipulating results. I can't do it. I can't transmit all those manipulated.
He said this very guy, he said they now told him to transmit a manipulated result. He can't say no go fit because why he's a patriot. According to the fact at the beginning of all, he said he waited to make sure say even at level, the reason why they were saying that they couldn't transmit the result to the center through the beavers or through the made the transmitter and go to the center. This is what they do. Because as soon as he get to this, that was why they delayed it. It's after they might have collated everything. They say, make on the doing, say no. Why? Because he's a patriot. And these are the better people we are supposed to be having in society. That must make sure that they stand to make sure it works. Because we don't have voice. Our country is full of politicians. I do tell you, politicians, what they do, they embezzle money. They're the key nation. They're not the fist up nation. So it remains for more play and fin. I will still play it again. This is the reason, some of the reason why I'm doing this very broadcast.
I'm leaving this morning. They say, okay, that we should just transmit offline. You know, offline, nobody will see it. At least, just to show that we have transmitted. But it's just within the INEC profile. You can't, nobody can see it online. After I'm manipulating the result, they ask me I should transmit. After I'm not transmitting anything, I'm not transmitting one thing. Let them just do anything they want to do. I just leave the beavers and I'm going home now. I'm going home now. They're finished. But I have those ones, both the original ones and those ones that. So just forget this country. There's nothing. I forget INEC is not independent. They say they will transmit results. They will do. They didn't transmit nothing. Shut down the network. Everything. Since I yesterday till this morning, nothing. You can't transmit anything. You now say, okay, this morning we should just leave the beavers and go home. See now. So I can't. Just forget this country. Forget it. It's not worth it. The stress is not worth fighting for at all. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And then that you will have confidence, okay, anyhow, at least this particular one, they will do it. So I said, okay, let me see the end of this thing. Nothing, forget. Since on Friday, been on the field, sleepless nights, walking up and down. See now. So just forget the country, forget. They have done what they want to do, forget it.
You could even see the frustration upon this very young man. You could see the frustration. The frustration was what because somebody cannot just come out and start for this such a thing. This is not my word, but what we've already known Nigeria to be right from time, one of the most lawless nations. We see what Kogi State governor does. Even I even saw one of the roads say Kota Fair Day. You go destroy them. You go a state governor can do that. Look at what's happening in Edo State. How some alien in Edo State because House of Rep. Now, if you want to even quarrel, you want to talk to police force. You don't talk to police. How can a lawmaker? You are a member of Federal House of Rep. You are talking like Agbeu. That's how that people becomes. Because we don't have eloquent people in the system. Now all Agbero. Now they send go Abuja. And you cannot say, what are you going to expect sending Agbero to Abuja? If all our House of Rep members that we have been sending to Abuja, they are even sensible, they want Nigeria to work. There are a lot of things they can even start repairing. We need to revisit this thing again. We need to revisit this thing again. They are never one day quarrel, but even when they massacre a lot of youth in Lekki Tollgate, what did the senator, what did they say about it? What's of House of Rep, what did they say about it? A country whereby when the Supreme Court says something, Supreme Court have no final verdict over some certain situations. Now, can we that are voted, or you that are voted, can you lead a revolutionary movement? Can your leader stand and really want to sacrifice his own life for this very race he has started? These are the questions we need to start asking ourselves. Because it is not going to be very fun. I'm praying. Even this, there is no bloodshed today. Thank God for our mother goddess, they switch into action. There are people that are praying to make sure this world is okay today. There are people that are praying to God Almighty, not your Jesus, because Jesus Christ made blood to flow on the streets. But the God of our ancestors wipe off away blood from the street. But a lot of us, we don't really understand how things function. So let me introduce the topic. I will play this into us again. I'm not making you feel bad, rather than we have to say the way it is. They say if you reach whatever, you go reach body. That's why so many results we have been seeing yesterday. It is very pleasant. Right from time, I said it that this man have already won. With the hardship, how did I know? With the hardship the whole Nigeria is going through, no sensible person will go and use his own hand again and put his hand in that same boss and say, I want to buy suffer. Be that they want you to see suffer, that's why they ring it. Because we have seen for the past 8 years, the machinery they have is only let it count the vote the way it is. It will win everything. Because there is revolutionary spirit already. Who knows whether God wants Nigerians to do what the Brazilians did? Bolsonaro were not in Brazil when the patriots of the Brazilians invaded their presidential villa. They shot everywhere down. He was not there. People stood and said, no, do we have Nigerians like that? Look at all our people that we are expecting. Someone that was supposed to be a revolutionarist. He would have joined for okay, let's go to together. Let's do this together. Now, we converse together. Now he's supposed to lead the revolution if he really want a better Nigeria. Now, if they rig this thing, we are going to close down this nation. Maybe they give him money. I'm alleging. I'm not lying on him. Make you not join anybody. May you come up for that because they know that it's a force to reckon with. That's why what they do, once they catch all our leaders, if you want to scatter the sheep, catch the shepherd. That's what these people does. If you want to scatter the sheep, first of all, catch the shepherd. That was why they catch you now the canon, not knowing that the few pieces that are remaining, God now empowered them. Despite there's too much betrayal today among the Biafra struggle. 80% betray. 80% betray among the Biafra struggle. At times, God open your heart to see so many things. You go even one for me say, how a man will be problem to himself like this? You know, that's what you're saying. So let's begin to go there gradually. Let's just go there gradually because I've started this race right from time. We have to keep on doing it until before the get corroded. Now it is breaking news to 2023 election. They created a false narrative to control and use you like a slave. That's what they do. They tell lies to your vision. That's the meaning of television. If you watch it today, this will become what it is because of constant thing we see on the television. And funny enough, it is not everything you see in television because it is colored that we are supposed to believe in. That's why they've so done everything that whatever thing they want to let you know, they put it in the television. By the time you see the one, that's why there are people today, all they do, they listen to news. Until you know about it that there is fake news. Getting anything in life will be very difficult. It's not everything I believe in you. There are audio that will come out now. I'm not going to play them. Why did I choose to play it? Because you can see the sincerity, the sober reflection in the guy that is speaking. And this is a thing Nigeria is capable of doing. Nigeria INEC are capable of doing this very thing. Election whereby we still have a country whereby a state governor will win. Supreme Court will overrule that election and put another person to do their will. So it is very dehydrating. It is very disgusting to find ourselves here. It might be those things we are running for that we are not going to do. That is true, that means we are still going to fist it. At times there are some people, if they deny the election, they will say no. They will sue the case to court. Even though when you are trying to bribe the person, he will say no. We have to go back to the ballot paper and count again. American election were counted again. They counted hand to hand again. They counted hand to hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus what Dominion machine, voting machine did. They not come follow that one. Because the paper, the American election, they keep on for some years before they'll go destroy them. After the election, I think up to about 10 months or 1 year, they'll go destroy them. Then the rest thing go this system. That's what they do. They're not destroyed. The paper is still there. They go recount again hand to hand. So do we have a group of people, lawyers, lawmakers, who can join together if these people misbehave tomorrow and say, this thing we must revoke and start counting again? Let's start counting from Edo State. You found that there was already victory there already because you are tired of suffering. The same way you are tired of suffering, there are people also in the East that are tired of suffering. That's the reason why you guys are not supposed to be enemy. This is where activism comes in. You are looking for your freedom by voting. These people are also looking for their freedom by cutting themselves away from this country called contraction. That's why it is very painful that we have so much given room for social media to eat it deep in our systems. That's why if social media are really eating deep in you, my dear, they can even use your destiny apart, they turn it as an enemy against you. I also put it here. Mainstream media have made people not to be reasonable for themselves. The mainstream media, wherever you hear right now, hey, oh, but this man a bad person, you pick it up. Under normal condition, I was discussing with somebody just now. Under normal condition, if we were to be living in a civilized world, to Bola Ahmed Tinubu head, is not supposed to be contesting an election. Now, who accepted it? Who made him to be a part of the election? Now it has become that even when you die, because it's your turn, you have to still finish it. That's why even when the person died, they will go and, you know, clone the person to make sure he finish up his tenure. This is where we are. News are coming out about ringing. We are already seeing what happened in whatever. A lot of votes don't come from the southeast or whatever. Igbo land, a non-vote not come. But they want to collect it right now and call results. But nobody bother about that. Or let's come together, even the useless lawmakers. Right now, these people is cutting themselves away. Instead of using annoyance, why not just let call for referendum? If the whole state governor we have, they want the country to even be good. As it just be now, let's assume 10 governors from the south, as now they talk, and the southeast, really cooperate together. All our other statements cooperate together. It's okay. And this thing be so, we cannot keep on allowing our people to die. We as a governor, we are not been able to give the kind of life that is in our heart to give to our people. Let me divide this nation. The thing is just that when we are crying that we want to fix up the society, majority of the people that would have helped to make sure it works out, those ones, they never want to become a part of it, even when they have the voice. The people that have the catalyst, the people that have the mechanism, the people that have the force that will even make it work, they are still on the side of the wicked people. They have not yet repented. And you yourself, that is insulting the next person, they are paying you to be insulting the next person so that you can never be cooperated to fight for your freedom. The youth is the future leader. Let it really be that one person, just the same way SARS came that time, they kill us finish. Not because maybe the politicians don't go pay 1 or 2 person who were doing the mobilization, they collected money. By now, Nigeria would have been freezed. It was an avenue for Nigeria to get it right. But my next prayer is that let God hear our prayer so that that nation will be good. All my activism right from 2017 is to make sure that we have a better nation. That has been it. I know there are a lot of people that are knucklehead who felt they are the ones doing the right thing because you are not doing the same thing they are doing. Now, so many Africans believe that whatever they hear from television is true, especially when it comes from the West, without questioning it. So many of our African brothers and sisters, they believe that whatever they hear from the mainstream media is true. When they hear it from television, it's true. Because why? Especially when it comes from the West. That was why when I was shouting, Eboetin Bileboyawa, Eboetin Wanona. Now, Ebo created all these machines. Because if we must fix up our nation, let's look at some other nation who is passing through similar processes, similar problem. How are they fixed up their own? That is why I've scorned you, I've told you, if you feel CAD is going to solve Nigerian situation, we have many rivers to cross. Because our so-called legislators, our so-called House of Rep, our so-called senator, those one are more wicked. Do you think any senator will be happy that Peter Obi is coming to come and cut away from the money they are receiving and make it 5 million naira in a month? Do you think that even senator now, we allow them to count your election very well? Do you know the people fighting you today? You are just alone as an ordinary person who is not occupying political position. How many of the top senators did you see that? The senator that even came, that both of you were voting for yesterday, are just new person, maybe they don't see frustrating. Because those ones you are even voting for, they want the new system, the old system to still be there, so that their monthly salary and allowance should be 30 million in a month. You say, nah, man, I mean one contender. This is the situation we are facing today. That's why you see blabbing and corruption. We don't have a country that have no patriot. We live complaining, confident and courage will be lost. We have no patriot. Just take a bad small activism we are doing, using mainstream media, social media to talk to ourselves. Look at people are biased. How will I, Comrade Nutigbinigun, be a problem to anybody or a threat to an individual, a human being like me? Now you even suffer pass. You are never one day drive car in your life. Even Jan, where you did, you dirty. I'm a problem to you. Now, what does my activism contains? What does it contains? Telling the truth about how our life is that is not supposed to be. So you just see that we are not really ready. You might be ready that is watching me, but the next person you feel is your voice. He's not ready. He's fighting his own personal selfish interest. They want to make sure they bring another person down and, you know, be the one to be hearing of. That's what they do. That's why you got to take the grace of God, my activism. Thank God for what God is about to do. The earth is going to be changed. All these people, they will die by themselves. If I tell you right now, key of our freedom will be collected, you will not believe. If I'm doing broadcast, I know the reason why I do my broadcast. A lot of you may be feeling right now, that guy is not positive. Now, me if I talk and say, oh, be win. He don't take. He just announce you go bring that video, come out now. He must have me, you know that. That was last year. Now, me fair talking. But will they give it to him is the question. Now, if they did not give it to him, for example, what must we now do? Are we going to fold our hands? Allow our nation to remain in here? No, we'll not fold our hands. Do we have other person like ministers, governor, ex-governor, that are also tired of these very situations? Somebody that they will kill all his villagers today. Instead of it to wrap a joint to Abuja and say, okay, now this thing will not be done. They'll just call him and give him 20 million. Before you know, he stay in the system. Not that the system not they worry all of them. They have collected money. It's like you cannot eat your cake and have it. They've already sold they've already collected their share. That's why they can't talk. Let's assume now, Newton, whatever thing that happened in Edo State, both to one okwa, both to one idiot, both anything by thing, take 10 million naira. Never you talk about it. Do you think I'll criticize these people? I wouldn't criticize them. That's what most of your brothers and sisters have done. They've collected their share. That's why they run after people who try to make you understand through social media or mainstream media that what these people is doing is bad. That's why they run after them. And that's why there is a very huge sense why you must have to pray for every genuine freedom fighter, whether it's your tribe or not. If you are sensible, whether you don't know the reason why I made mention of some brother men. If you're talking about potentiality, they may not be more than me. Everybody get the way today. Why? Because this is the little I can give. I cannot give money, but I can give an appreciation. I can give it. It not depends on it. If the person not take it, say now he can't take part, make carry go, is what God have laid in my heart. That is what I can give. That's why you can support in any struggle. One of our brothers from UK this morning called me. He said, Chairman, we talk and talk and talk and talk. He told me, our bros, bring account, come. Are we going to fill a phone, you know? Touched by what I'm doing. He revealed a lot of things. Chairman, you must be passing through spiritual whatever. I know these people are very wicked because the truth that you carry. But you that is watching right now, you are seeing somehow inconvenienced. If you don't know the reason why they create social media. They created it to put you into mental slavery. That's why it is through social media who can also discolonize your head from this mental slavery. It is through this very mainstream media, all the life they told you for so long, they fired into your system, weaponized media. It is through this social media, we also go to make sure we crush everything. Everything that is coming We have to say through social media. Do you know if Jesus Christ were to be real, now media the first thing they tell you. If Jesus Christ were to be real, now media the first thing they tell you. Now how do we find ourselves here today? Nobody reporting right now. BBC Bogota say they never know, say, or let's say BBC Nigeria, or Channel Television no say, Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello say go Dog Road. That one reach for international community to even hear about, but they will cover it up. But the idea we share here in social media, nobody bloody care about it. That's why at times you are afraid to share a video. You are afraid to share a video because you need a better society. You don't join any freedom fighter. Who is going to do it? Is there anybody that God has really designed? Do we have some group of people today now right now that is 1 minute right now? We now have it. Even those platforms. Oh, but they want to protest. Do you know how they protest? Most of them, just as this Peter Obi, so it's not all about Peter and Obi. It's all about a better government. That was why the reason of those platforms were created. It doesn't matter about the way one be now. Just call for emergency meeting, Zoom it, but we need to hit the street. We'll take our country back. Kanu go come and before you know, God will multiply the revolution. That's how a lot of things are. God will multiply the revolution. But if you only believe in yourself, how is it going to remain? May God not let bad things happen. These same people take over. They can later bring out a command. Maybe bag of rice will be 40,000. They can remove 5,000. They will want to do and small, make you feel relaxed. Okay, on have a zeye. Or zeye, go good. Before you know, 4 years don't come on. But you live on more, you do. Before you know, you are 60 years right now. You cannot survive more 8 years. I'm telling you. Most of you that are 50 years abroad, you cannot survive more 8 years of this stupid people administration. Because imagine after your brother might have finished school, you are still the one training their children in universities. They cannot still pay birth delivery, hospital bill for their loved ones. For how long are you going to continue like this? If the country were to be good, then there are so many things that everyone of us will be relaxing. If your home is good, then if you are in a foreign land, you excel. But if your home is not good, my dear Nairo, you cannot really do much. So through this very social media they use in telling us lie, we have to also, through this social media and begin to do one or two things that we can do. The world is not what you think. They created a false narrative to control and use you like slave. They control your thinking and make you believe what they want you to believe. If you look at it today, how they want us to think is what we think. I'm only the person who have questioned the educational system that the West brought to us. It's false educational system. Some of the things they make you to go through, you don't even need them. It is weaponized. They don't want to stress you out, use your life. The only way you would have understand that this education looks like, you see some person, 1 year, just in a roadside mechanic, you go don't know you're perfect, you go read put on. But while you have graduates who have spent 10 years, you don't see nowhere they put plug. We have a letter who study a letter in the university. What ordinary roadside electrician can do, they can't do it. Now, why trusting people? It's not that he's the one doing copper wire now. Just how to wire a house. He will spend 8 years reading electrical engineering. At the end of the day, those things was not supposed to even be more than 2 years. But why did they stress you out? Look at, there was a video I saw. A House of Rep members. That's why they so teach us right now that only what House of Rep member does is to be transformer to your locality. And, repair bridge. That's what we know them to be. The only thing we know that the work of a senator, if you say nay, stamp on. Then at the end of the day, he bring a China street light to your locality. He just in Abuja enjoying himself. Not protecting the right of the people. Not telling the federal government what his own area needs. He just needed money like to buy 1 or 2 street lights. At the end of the day, he go back again for another, just for himself. Our constitution and the right of the people does not matter. I saw one very video of all these idiots who don't even know what is representative. rolling on the ground. Now, you couldn't say one word. You are behaving like a idiot. As an educated person, a learned person, one of the sector in federal government will be say, now who go book supposed to go there as House of Rep members and senators. But if we're talking like Agbeu, he can't even quote the rule of habeas corpus. He can't quote. He did not even quote one law. They cannot give a session. They can't quote it. These are the Nigerians we are today. But if Oyibo is talking to you, Oyibo don't just meet you. If I want to talk to you right now, I do quote. I talk about Nuremberg Code 2.0. Go and read it. I know my God-given right in our constitution. That's why I become a CEO of civil disobedience, because I know my right. If Ogbalebe right now want to embarrass me, what section is it in your whatever? The rule of habeas corpus, what does it say? It says nobody should be detained more than 48 hours or it will be sentenced by a law court. But a House of Rep member couldn't quote any of those laws rather than acting like Agbero, like people in the streets. Now, these are the people that we are supposed to protect your right. Who's supposed to tell them what's happening in your locality? Look at what my constituency need now. That's why you see most of House of Rep members, they are lamenting in Nigeria. They don't even know what to do. Some of them will say, for 4 months right now, he have not visited his village. This one will say, for so and so time right now, he have not visited his village. That's how they live their life. Now tell me, for how long will all these things continue like this? For how long are we going to continue in this very system? Now, which God is going to come and help us? And we are even supporting something we are not having plan B. I know there's something God cannot do. I said it yesterday in my broadcast. If your freedom becomes too cheap, might they question it. Know that the enemy, they are setting you up again. What we need this time around is freedom that will last forever. Not somebody that will come and tell a God road later. Another 8 years again, somebody will come bring light. We want it to be safe in. And these people, they are going to the senators. They are regrouping themselves again. You did the same method to elect themselves. Do you know how many people that died now in the election? Some of them were trying to tramp by ballot box. Who sent it to go and snap ballot box? Are the same people. My honest prayer is that everybody will have a very good mind. And if Nigeria must be fixed, let every one of us begin to caution ourselves. Let us be the Nigerian we want to see. Afterwards, stop oppressing people. Stop oppressing other people's issues. If you see other people agitating for their freedom, don't use hatred. They don't use hatred till they agitate. You don't use hatred. Today, I've never wanted to start laying curse on innocent Fulani. There are Hausa today who is suffering. Who the Fulani drove out away from their land. They're taking over their land. Some Hausa, they suffer the same thing as you suffer. Some Hausa, they are be over marginalized. Now, none of us talk about what is wrong with our system. The system is the problem that we have. Not that we don't have anybody that would have even go there. At times, if you are a bad leader, the system will not make you to do bad. What make a nation to be great is their constitutional value. America today is the best country in the whole world, because you need to see, you cannot just be a congressman and be daft now like the way all these aliens in all these villages in Benin, in Edo. No. You must have to be vast in Galilee. Now what you get for here, now I go make them send to you. You know if you go there, go be like don't do, because all the time is argument. We don't have such a thing. So we don't have a democratic value. We don't have it. America, they will use any of that thing to play. Up till now, the Capitol riots, January 6th, they see they follow Donald Trump, they go at on. Now them bad they do that this thing. The man have already tweeted, he said, go peacefully, make your voice heard, make sure you stay calm. Then say now in talk calm, then they go destroy things. They pull out for your head. Up till now, the case is still lingering. Have you ever heard that from mainstream media, the way people were shouting, they saw classified from informations for Donald Trump from Mar-a-Lago? Do you know the one they find in Biden? All to Vice President Mike Pence, Vice President of Donald Trump. The classified document was found with him. They know they talk about Biden, that one deserve. They know they talk about Hunter's Biden, that one deserve. Are you going to talk about what Hillary Clinton does? Russia host. Even the same FBI who at a test with an oath, say Donald Trump, say yes. He go forth to bring come and say, now Russia ring the election. That FBI will be sentenced to jail. You think your country is going to be good when you don't have a good lawmakers that have this, their brain set out of their head? A country works when the legislators are effective. What the president want to? Ronigbe people is also waiting now. Make Peter Obi enter, so that they will start doing meeting and clearing their road to farm. Ronigbe is also waiting right now, so that the people that as soon as Peter Obi enter, Peter Obi will come Ronigbe now, go DSS for Benin, come go arrest people, we can kidnap or investigate the case of Tornado that died. Up to now, that case has been swept under the carpet because 1 or 2 persons from the village have handled it. We are not serious, that's just the thing. We are not serious. We do not play value on anything. Look, we don't have it. How can in Europe here, evil be working in front of your house? You not go take permission. You know, even though you be commissioner, my dear, the law where don't carry you that if they want to arrest you, they will arrest you. If they want to sanction you, immediately they sanction you and the case will be taken to court. A state governor has the right to destroy roads because we don't have a constitution. How will a president function in a country that does not have a constitution? It's also going to be a mess. We are going to end up, if I thought we were to be good before, because of the same system, it can't function very well. If you carry fish come out for water, put them for another basin, you can only know the speed of his swimming. But put them for open space of water, now you go know. There are some dogs now, you go there inside cage, you can only know his race. But put them on kilometers. Some persons, until you don't enter express, you don't really know how strong you can control the steering or the volante. You don't really know. But make an entire express, now you know, say, man, there are people that can control 160 kilometers. You will see use one hand. Driver, the power driver, there are drivers at times, they 120. Hey, oh, but they don't fear. The way the thing, you they part like this. Why some people, oh, but now one hand, oh, yeah, while cruise, we can. Now you can tell us, say, Chama, you don't too speed, you go say, okay, I don't even know, self. That's it. So everybody have the same capacity. But we as a nation, there are a lot of things we're supposed to fail be dragging. Imagine, look at Edo people. They need a better government. We have one of the most worst traditional institutions. You that have not been able to speak about this one. What else are you going to speak about? That to say you are still very being segregative. A law means a good citizen. So far, whatever you want to say with all due respect. Why the people like us became a little bit hardened force to activism? We want people to understand that this thing they are doing is not lawful and it's not accepted in any way. We don't want you to get it clear. If the regional ruler destroy house, they have the right. If the governor that don't have the legitimate right to destroy house, later pay you for. I'm not saying it's good, I don't side it. But why would traditional ruler that his own level is not even up to a local government chairman have the right to do some certain things? So just look at it. So we black people, let me generalize it, we are not serious. That's why our society is like this today. Most of you feel because you are poor because of your family background. No, it's because of your decision. Your back is not on the ground because of your family background. Your back is on the ground because of your own decision. You can start late and say become the latest. There are most of you today, you are supposed to do what your father couldn't do because you were created to create. Now we are watching news. All these things you are seeing, the war in Ukraine today, it was people who sat down together and say, this very problem in Ukraine, we must remove it. If Russia and other allies, Donald Trump, Marodi, Xi Jinping, Don Juan, Bolsonaro, and the rest of them come together and say, we can fight this thing. With the support of the White House, the Galactic Federation, and the God of our ancestors. They join with them and say, okay now, wow. But there are also people today that are doing the spiritual work. Division of labor. You have bomb, I does not have bomb, but I have a woman if as a plastic missile. But what one are you doing? You have voted yesterday now, then you have voted. We are not adding any measure or whatsoever to whatever thing we are doing. That's why I always appreciate people for some kind of little things. That's why I appreciate yesterday. You even voting alone, at least this one, you not consider your vote. I know a lot of people will also say their vote because there was no cash. And why so many persons also said their vote. If you were to be normal, that's how they do it before now. The same people who have given us the worst government in the world, they are still ready to give you another one today. I'm talking right now based on I want a better Nigeria. Why there are people right now, they are prayer. They might also do another human sacrifice today now to make sure they are calling. As Tinubu been able to put everything in place, may I not focus up, may they not give Tinubu. People are there doing that because of the money they are promised them. Because of the money they are promised them. So until we cooperate and begin to, particularly any person that is on media, you are an activist, and you are making unnecessary problem with another person, and whether I do say it, and a reasonable person, or man of women, when we go on the it takes somebody that thinks critically to understand my video. As an activist, you should think critically. A good activist does not, he fight not strong, I know the fight. You have to be strong. If I want to fight it, I pick one or two things from it. This boy is Sweden. Do you know how many times you have insulted his head? Can I come and be said today, all the Makamena, maybe to like him, he concern me. But if I also want to, I reminded him. So you are like this, then you are talking to me when I've not done you anything. I even heard that somebody teach him to start insulting people because he does not use his head. Can somebody teach me now and start insulting people? And these are the same person that want a better society. Now, what have we been able to emulate from this place with that? We believe in whatever thing the West says. I was talking to a friend in Nigeria just now, say, if not because I sent the programming they use in drawing rain to you would have not believed. Up to now, United Arab Emirates for Dubai, you get program where they take the draw rain, now flight, the thing go, it be like gas, it goes sprinkle and for up, just pass several times. Before you know, rain will start falling. That was out there. But if I talk for this program now, none of all won't believe. They draw their rain through scientists. But you will not believe. But these are what is happening. If I tell you now, say that they clone person, they can duplicate you. Cost about thousands of dollars. I can duplicate myself. You get some mission where I want to go. Now that one go. If they kill that one, sit there alive. Oh, why I can't one. I'm saying it for the very first time. Now, let me tell you something here. There are missions. I'm not going to be mentioning any leader. I don't want to indict any leader. There are missions right now. Maybe I will want to go. Maybe I don't really get money. I'll go and do that same thing. That's how some major leaders protect themselves. Some major leaders, they don't kill them at times. But they don't know say that the fake one, I come that very thing. The original one go their house. Because the world is too terrible. You go duplicate yourself. And those machines now, after the whole world don't bomb, one destroy them. I've exposed a lot of things here. It's just that we have people whose brain are very fragile. You know, when something is too fragile, now they don't break. They don't think. This field of activism, out which each state produce each person, like me too, there, those states, real. At least you have vast equality to some certain extent. When you are talking with proof. You don't talk anyhow. Say the way it is. By now, things must be changing. But you see, as you are talking this one here, another person will on another like Facebook. Start talking a different thing. And being the majority of that one, a lot of people today, you get who know if the person not do so, they will feel sick. That's how far we are being hypnotized. There are a lot of people today, if they don't work SAG. Now people they sponsor this very SAG. They pay money for them. They pay money. Not be the day of election, most of our people come to say vote wisely. Most of our Biniele. They don't even know whether Nigeria is bad. And what we are supposed to use social media for is not what they are using it for. And you now, you don't see anything wrong with it. For how long will these people continue like this? Because they make you hurry. That was why I said it one time here. What you follow will determine what will follow you. It's a law of karma. The law of inevitable consequences. I know the kind of people I don't follow the mainstream media the way you follow it. That's why no matter how they try to lie on Donald Trump, say Putin a bad person. Putin today is fighting for salvation for humanity. The only leader who have condemned transgender, the only leader who have condemned what UK is signing into law right now, the only leader who still protect today our God-given right, now only Donald Trump to come follow about it. Now, you lack burden. Why? Because you are senseless. You don't know the meaning of government. Now, when somebody who God love you change, a person love you more, discipline you. Why is it today? Edo alien, they love somebody that praise them even when they are doing bad. That's who they love. If you want to become a son or daughter of Edo, enter media, just they praise them. They fight. Before you know, they don't give you bid. Know how to fabricate story. Know how to fabricate that Indian yes gay. What they call it? He died for all those. If you can come and say that he died. Now make all now you okay there we boni or they will love you. But if you try to explain it and say the death of this very woman, what benefit is it to the people? They will not come and tell you the benefit, rather than they will unleash on you. You can see that we have series of problems. The life you are seeing today, it all continues. What you sow now will germinate tomorrow. Look at what most of our old fathers, what they sow in Nigeria, what germinate. I will not repeat it today right now. What our fathers sowed. I'm not going to be laying curse on that. My father also was a Nigerian. But I know the best of his quarter. I know what my father agitated for. Let's generalize it together. Is it not what they sow we are reaping right now? And you're also going to leave this very Nigeria and leave it for your children. And your children cannot fight this very fight because they are not buffalo soldiers. You see children abroad, they are very fragile. A time is going to come, you know, get stressed to even the Edo State to one idiot to claim it. May you just die now. Your children are, okay, who want to go shoot in the house, for example? You can't go on there and say, oh, Bob, man, I can't, what the fuck? I can't go there, man. I was watching social media the other day, man, but just see what happened in the local government, man. All the local government, they are killing them, man. They don't like it, that country. What fuck a bullshit? Automatically, these people will now brainwash your children. They will not join the ancestors of the same Europe. We don't want to make our life to be great. For example, now, Jan and my papa bomb me put. Today, I did not grow up in Benin. How would I be able to fight, be able to know what is happening there? I wouldn't know about it. A lot of you are comfortable now. You born your children here. If you marry in Nigeria, I might understand. Oh, I'm a all of you are all claiming. Don't think you want to say, now me safe pass. Do you know what it takes when God have already given you mind? You call some certain area and say, area, and you will never miss anybody in that area. That's who God has made us to be. This very thing. What died, demon. Now, because we have a generation, our great-grandchildren can go and be a minister there tomorrow because it's the ancestral root. We have to repair it down. What Abraham couldn't do, what Isaac couldn't do, what Jacob couldn't do, it was Moses that did it. And it was already too late. What we don't need from each other now, let's speak the truth when due. Let us not be selfish with the truth in our locality. If Nigeria must be great, let us be seeing the kind of Nigeria you need from your character. Stop backbiting. Okay, people will come now. What Putin is doing is bad. Now you are unleashing on me for speaking the truth. If you were to be having blasting missiles, so you will also start fighting my own locality or my own country. A lot of people, they drop people at time. Why would this person be doing it? If God have, right now, only social media you get, a Mau, I not do you anything. Why are you always writing my name? And you are very lucky that I can't just see you now. When I resist a quick mokpa, or in a fly, do your wow, now remove ya. When I fly, go a fly. It has come to that. Whatever little position we are occupying today, what are we? The truth, math where God give me, what I use and do. If I insult your power, this have a way of figure here. Or figure here, and I will praise him. I will praise him. There was, let me play something to you here for you to know that something is happening that you guys does not know. I'm not supposed to do this, but let me do it. Let me just do it. Or the DC that happened in Palace recently. For these people to sing and mention Ogiso's name, that should give you an insight inside your head that there's something already happening. That should give you an insight that there's something already. Just listen. Listen. They are mentioning Godomingo in the palace. Just listen, listen. They mention Ogiso too. Akenya Gbona. Now, all this is normally before. You are not supposed to say it. That to say there is something. There's a spiritual revolution that is happening in Edo State. A lot of you don't know how work by you wake up one day, if yes will vanish. You don't know the meaning of this very thing. Under normal condition, this song were not supposed to be sung. It's not accepted there. But it was sung and it was accepted because of what is coming. That's why if they ring election, made them ring them. But I know say Nigeria is not going to remain like this. For those of you that have voted, whichever way they want to do it, let them do it. But Nigeria will not remain like this. It's a call for an uprising. Let them do their worst. There was one of our mother. There was something that happened some time ago. She was having a broken heart. Oh, you know, me with a boy and I break up my heart, or we love you break your heart because someone put mind in it. So a reasonable person today will not be very concerned about the well-being of our society. Very, very important. That is expected what everyone should do. So the politics of Nigeria shouldn't be played normally the way it ought to be. We shouldn't think it. We should think it at reverse. Nigeria right now put us in the state that you think outside syllabus. You don't even think under jurisdiction now. You think outside your jurisdictions to see what you can be able to put in place to make sure things is okay. So for us to get it right, we have to intensify our thinking. And let's not always mind what we are taking from social media. It is not everything you see on media. And before you grow up to that extent, or if not everything you see you believe, you might have been spiritually matured. It takes spiritual maturity for you to design things. If truth they now they know. If you are saying the truth and they know, it's just that I may just choose to say, okay, now let me argue. Let's let it flip like that. That's why I played this very guy's audio to you. For those of us that are just coming, let me play it again. I may not play and finish, but let me just play it again for those of us that are just coming. Let me play that audio to you again for you to see what is happening. We are not celebrating it that is happening. We are condemning this act. A lot of Nigerians are suffering. Our boys that were not supposed to do yahoo yahoo, they are tired right now. Nearly the old girls for Benin, they don't use their spirit finish. Nearly the old girls for Benin, they don't use their spirit finish. Any man that married that one, you are going to be having problem in your marital home. The girl will not be productive. If I thought it's giving birth to it, I'm going to give birth to a useless child. Because spirit have been used. Do you know when someone tamper with your car or you miss water for motor, you cannot accelerate very well. Most of us today, our destiny have been traveled. Something is missing. By all these people that need money, a man will just give you 200,000 just to sleep with you. You know, reach 5 minutes. There's something you have collected from what goes activating you. Based on say you still get now, you still have it, you are still very beautiful. You feel you are okay. But go and settle down and start having children. Now that's the problem there. Why? Because of our society. Because of our society. Look at the Europe we have today. How many people is responsible? You just see somebody. There are people today that don't even know whether Nigeria is doing an election. Truth to God. Nigerians. And what makes them to stay long in suffering is because the money you would have also used to take care of yourself, you are still sending it home. Sending it home. What about when you got weak tomorrow? Everything have expiring dates. You get where you go reach now. I don't want to do this video again. Even I want to tell them. I know they do this video again. I face all that commitment. I pray we have somebody that is going to replace Newton in this very media. Who will do it in Yahweh? I pray that there should be somebody at least who is not afraid to speak the truth, irrespective. If they really have power, they would have killed me. Man is to say the truth. If you say the truth, God will always protect you. If I thought the great God corroded, the problem is wrong. Today, there are still people who is looking, I want to be like that man. The people that used to spray money, they done before. For you to know that, don't you see this cashless policy that every one of us will almost the same thing? Person where they upstairs, where get charity hotel, they look for money, not withdraw money, now so your condition still be. This one should make you know that we will not pass each other. At times you are greedy or you live above your income. Now make go to envy anybody. As brigade they think, I want to do the next pandemic, take keep people. Me they think the next problem with them my community I want solve. Now you know they feed me. They have no importance in this world, rather than they are causing mayhem and menace. So don't respect people by their money. Respect people because of what they are using that money for. How is it affecting lives? Look at the recent meeting they had in Davos, in Switzerland. About thousands of people will go to Switzerland. Which meeting they want to go home? So how they want to kill human being? The next policy, what I will go to? There is some group of people that are just ganging up right now. Let microchip these people. Their work be less so him. Human be like you because they belong. That if they can do that meeting, I'm also there to run this civil disobedience in their head. He and feel when he feel. He and feel when he feel. He and feel see when he feel. Our ancestors right now they have woken. You are not even making yourself available. Make the entire you make them use you. You are still running follow his side. It is when you make yourself available, then God will make you able. That's why you get what you do. You will make yourself empty. At times God will stop you from work. Somebody were telling me, say Newton, gave no soon. I said that I understand you. True to God, I told you. Or when you gave no soon, now I understand. I ain't too surprised when show a video over there. You think those video does not have effect? Each of these words that comes out at times, when Kenonaya Degboto, is enter hair. Is enter hair. I will call it hairborne syndrome. Spirit will carry it. That's why most of the time, the lie they used to tell you before, you will constantly understand. Say yes. At times I tell you something from here, you will can't believe. That's why it's what. But what about if you don't hear it? How you want to believe? You won't believe. So that is that. So the reason for this activity matters a lot. Look at what Nnamdi Kanu said. A lot of people that used to insult Nnamdi Kanu today, they later believe. If at the end of the day they did not give the election to Obi, every one of you will go and join IPOP. You are not going to join IPOP to go and start shooting gun or start going and meeting Sabo the way some DO, IPOP, useless people are so doing it. I think one of the most stupid ethnic group today who bastard themselves as some Igbo people, they don't just have unite. They are not united. They are not united. I don't know why. Very divided. Very, very divided. If they speak on one voice, it will be better. You know? But I do praise their brother here. Look at what Nnamdi Kanu stand for. Have you ever seen any Igbo man measuring other tribe or measuring myself? Any Igbo man at all? Very impossible. Their mind is that we not just send you, they do your own. That's why whatever thing you are doing in life, don't do it because of anybody. Do it because God has laid you how to do it. That's why if you pick up some certain fight and people pay you for it, you are paying people to tell you thank you, man, they'll be discouraged. Don't do it because it is, you look at it as, pick it as a duty to do it. That's why I support anybody. I'm not expecting your call. Because that's what I could give as at that particular time. So true freedom fighter, they hard to see you. True freedom fighter, self-centeredness may not come better past me. Now for everywhere. May not come better past me. If I can't talk about it now, people can't respect them. It don't mean to complain of you, I compliment you. I've never one day started talking about. There are people here, I'll just come down, smile, leave them. Because if I can't mention, it'll be like I look for trouble. I'm using to teach. Like Gideon Ije again Konuru. One time he was the chairman of Nanayeman one. Boy, he around you gam you can't ever go. Gideon Ije. A lot of you will know him because you see one. Gideon Ije again Konuru Emune. But one time we're bugging people today, right now, you have run. But I saw him supporting Obi that day. I was wondering. He was supporting Obi now. That to say, if you are supporting Obi, you are supporting the same thing I stand for. Because what would be projecting a good government, law and order, to what we all understand. Then, is it not the same law and order that I'm supporting? Why have you not been supporting it? But I see that day now he's talking about inhuman. What Obaseki is doing. Obaseki, you want to ring election. He know what he have done also to people. He's so he has not died. Then what are we talking about? Why not just let every one of us that is on this media, we are supposed to be brothers. But because of they don't go collect money, and that's why God will punish. I do see any of them going forward. That's why God will punish each and every one of them. We are supposed to be brethren in suffering. Because now your children go here. Maybe your children, they are going to start looking for visa. Can't behave immigrant. Oh my God, also by extension, I'm no longer immigrant. Because maybe here. Oh my God, also by extension, I'm no longer immigrant. I'm not talking about the nationality you get through passport. Things go your change once. I'm no longer immigrant. For real, it will get to that time. But man, get one in man. So let's listen to what this guy said.
Well, it's not even about destroying itself. This is a height of deceit I've ever seen the Anega zone. Forget, they told us that beavers, I was directly in charge of the beavers. I wanted to just be at the forefront to see the end of this thing, all this thing that they're making out and doing this. Let me see how this election will. Because me, I know this country, they manipulate it. They'll manipulate it. Trying to transmit results. Since today. As the result is coming, they will try to transmit, but they just shut down network. We cannot do anything. We can't even export the number of accredited voters. Can't even do anything. See, like maybe around 11 p.m. or so. That last night before they now say, okay, that if the thing is not going offline, that's even after they went from the result from the field, they went and still manipulated at the ANEC this rank center. Still manipulated all those results. All those places that will be won. I have one results I can forward to you. We did not win anything again. I'm telling you. So forget. I'm done with this country. The only thing that is left just to divide this country. That's all. But if to say you are fighting for a better Nigeria, I don't see. This is the height of it. I can't. Honestly, if to doesn't see when I have to travel out, or maybe they divide the country. That's all. But if to say have confidence or say this thing for this country, line. Then after they finish manipulating, they now ask us to transmit manipulated results. I can't do it. I can't transmit all those manipulated results. I had to leave. I told them that I'm leaving this morning. I go see tracks left. They say okay, that we should just transmit offline. You know, offline nobody will see it. At least just to show that we have transmitted. But it's just within the ANEC profile. You can't. Nobody can see it online. After manipulating the result, they asked me I should transmit. After I'm not transmitting anything. I'm not transmitting one to let them just do anything they want to do. I just leave the beavers and I'm going home now. I'm going home now. They're finished. But I have those ones both the original ones and those on that. So just forget this country. There's nothing. I forget. Ghana is not independent. They said they will transmit results. They will do. They didn't transmit nothing. Shut down the network. Everything. Since I used to see this morning, nothing. You can't transmit anything. You now say okay, this morning we should just leave the beavers and go home. See now. So I can't. I mean, just forget this country. Forget it. It's not worth it. The stress is not worth fighting for at all. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And then that you will have confidence. Okay, anyhow, at least this particular one, they will do it. So I said, okay, let me see the end of this thing. Nothing. Forget. Since on Friday, been on the field, sleepless nights, walking up and down. See now. So just forget the country. Forget. They have done what they want to do. Forget it.
These people right now, to what I can perceive, the areas they cannot be able to just do like that now are the areas like those states. Because they know say it don't matter, they're not the user those states they play. And if not because of the division that the traditional ruling council is putting among the youth there, brainwashing some youth, we are people, those states is even enough to lead a revolution that will fist up the whole Nigeria. So that's very powerful, and a lot of things is going to happen then. The spiritual revolution that is going to fix the whole Africa is happening in those states already. That was why I played that very song for you. That very song for you. A lot of you that is sensible, go and think it. Under normal condition, you are not supposed to make mention of Okiso in that place. You are not supposed to make mention of that word or do it good for what? You can't try it. But it happens for a purpose. So please, let God that head upright way. Stop using sentiment. I want to be praying a very simple prayer from here. Waiting we don't know about, may we not use our head again. As many that want us now, we are praying, and that what we are doing is to make sure that everybody is okay. As they continue to drink water, the water will be toxic for them. All powers in this very sea, as many whose mind, they have made up their mind that we can never be happy in this life. The more they use water, and they are bathing age away from their life. And they are bathing their soul away from their life. As soon as they keep on drinking water, the water will become toxic for them. Instead of the water to be giving them strength, the water will start making them to lose strength. And hereby also commit all the all over the world, all to Gambia, all to Kenya, all over the world, all the West, all genuine freedom fighters. And they keep on using water, they will flourish. And they keep on using water, they will have energy. And they keep on using water, they will have more lives. And they will keep on using water, their life will become meaningful and wonderful and useful. And they keep on using water, more years to their age. And they will keep on using water, more money to their bank account. As many that have been tired in the night, because it's peace, the divine truth, that will cause a positive change in our society. As many who they are envying today, whether in West or in Africa, that is speaking the truth in their parliament, and they want to make sure they come after that person. As nobody can hold the water, so nobody can ever hold them. As nobody can hold the water, nobody can ever hold them. Eternal King of glory, the God of our ancestors, let your name be praised. Let your name be praised. I commit every little children into your able hand. Continue to protect them more and more. I commit all fathers and all mothers into your able hand, particularly the ones who are fighting to repair other children's life also because they have children. Continue to protect their children and protect everything around them. But those ones that say on no account should our children to become great, on no account should our life be meaningful, Eternal King of glory, as this stone is, now gallop go food their life. As this stone is, so their life will be. They will become a rumo and ketikpa and deity, from one calamity to the other. As many who have said in their hearts that me, pray this very prayer, you want to run after me or run after anything around me, so your life will be. As many who are planning evil for me, and when what I'm doing, I'm not doing for my personal selfish reason. You are planning evil for me because they have given you money. You are envy because I'm speaking the truth. The very day you will ever grumble that why would this person do this thing, and you want to stand for by truth in any form, either in your family, among your children, among your friends, you want to ever speak the truth, that very day calamity will be for you. Calamity will be for you. As many of our young ladies that they are tired their life, that their family have been holding band for so long, Eternal King of glory, and this water is calm. Every storm in their life, let me be calm. As many of our ladies who have used themselves for their families, and today the same family is looking for them to kill them. As many of our people whose family they are after their property, eternal King of glory, that thing that made them to rise up against their children, I pronounce calmness tonight. Let there be calmness. As many that are troubled in their heart, they don't know what to do, they are passing through pains, one pain or the other. And this water is clean. I clean your blood tonight. As many, oh Lord, according to what you are laying in my heart right now, eternal King of glory, I thank you very much. I commit every of our brothers and sisters, the good one inside, who committed themselves indeed the population agenda by accepting the injection. Father Lord, wash them thoroughly. As many that have good heart and they keep on drinking water, so that water will be clean away the graphinos out away from their system. Father Lord, as many that have realized and say, God, you are God. I don't care whatever thing they might have mistakenly done to me. Tonight, I join them, remove pains away from their life. As many who have contributed by one way or the other to activism for salvation, for humanity and redemption, as many who have given us even cover, as many who have even shared our video, tonight, remove pains away from their life. As I touch this water from this very rock, so I purify that graphinos had in their system. As many that are still walking in ignorance, even when the ancestors have risen and they are still sleeping, eternal King of glory, tonight, wake them up from their sleep. Whatever thing they have used fires into their system that made them to hate truth, tonight, I blunt it out of their head. I blunt it out of their head. I'm here right now, sincerely from my heart, praying for people that are sick because of the decision they have taken. But you are a man, you are a woman, and you are still running after me tonight. If you bath today, nothing one more time, unnecessary disease will enter you. As many tonight who are going to be showing repentance and showing remorse over their mistakes, Father Lord, cleanse their system. Father Lord, the God of our ancestors, you are the one that can roll away graphinosa. I commend the spike protein, the macroditis. Father Lord, clean it up from their system. The one that genuine, that want to repent. Ancient of days, I thank you. As men that still very struggle to make sure Nigeria become great again, sincerely from their heart. Father Lord, hear their prayers. Eternal King of glory, the God of our ancestors, I want to thank you again because we pray that there will not be war in this very election. Father Lord, you did this for us. I want to appreciate you, God. For we pray from different localities. We pray for different departments. I want to appreciate you for the lives of our Queen Mother, our Mother Goddess, all the mothers all over the world, Mother Nature. I want to appreciate you, Mother Universe. I appreciate you for taking care of your children. Every prayer I pray today, may it all be accepted. And let those one feeling pains, remove pains away from their lives. And also show to them, it is the administration of this very prayer that have helped them. As many right now who have blood pressure, Father Lord, I cancel it. Let them get back to their original system. In the name of the God of the ancestors of our land. He said.